Just left camp, and now I'm heading through I think I'm going to be hiking through these pastures for a little bit. Overall, had a good night. Got set up in a stealth spot. Made my goal of 14, I think 0.8 yesterday. Wasn't bad. I felt pretty good even though it was a kind of a horrible day. Probably the worst yet. Even, I don't know, I'd put that cold, wet up there with the snow. Maybe a bit even more challenging, but it's okay. I'm learning that things don't dry inside the tent. I hang stuff up and really doesn't dry. You need some sun. Even though my tent was wet, you put the inflatable mat in there and all that, you can keep the sleeping bag dry. And I got completely out of all my wet clothing and had dry stuff to put on. So that's what it's all about when it's cold and wet. Today I'm shooting for a bigger day, about 17.2. We'll see how it goes. Falling behind a little bit in my plan to get to Petersburg, and running low on food. I just came across these boards that are here to help out when this area is pretty wet, and you see quite a few of these on the AT. A lot of them are just planks that are put down, but these are actual pieces of maybe deadfall that are cut in half and put down, anchored down. I just came from up there and I've been walking through these pastures for a while. Nice house out there. I think I'm getting ready to get back in the woods. This is Kelly Knob. I took a Blue Blaze off just to come out and take a look at it. It wasn't far off the trail. And of course there's some dicey gaps in between these rocks, so I think in my risk management I'm going to stay here and I'll let the youngsters jump from rock to rock. The sun came out, so I'm taking advantage of the opportunity to dry the footprint. Here's my tent on its side because it was mostly wet on the bottom, and that's a tent fly over there. So the sun came out, so I figured a good opportunity to dry the tent and not have a wet tent in my bag. I'm going into the Mountain Lake Wilderness now in the Jefferson National Forest. Alright, I bumped into a couple of thru-hikers, and this guy I think I heard about before, so I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey everybody, I'm Underdog.
Alright, and you're YouTubing as well, right?
I'm YouTubing as well.
So what's your channel, Underdog?
Hey, thank you so much. Underdog on the Appalachian Trail, okay. And hope you guys look me up.
Awesome, everybody will. Hey, when did you leave Springer?
February 6th.
February 6th, awesome. How's it going so far?
So far, so good. The first 17 days was nothing but rain.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, compared to last year's trip, the weather has been gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Good, good. So, were you out here last year?
Yeah, I did half. I did all the way to Harpers Ferry.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Yep.
Great.
Everybody knows I'll be picking up Tractor May 1st. He'll be continuing his trip, and it's going to be an adventure.
All right, awesome. And what gave you the opportunity to come out here and take 6 or so months out of your life?
I got nothing but time. I actually retired 2 years ago,
okay.
So I got nothing but time. Was looking on YouTube, and Redbeard really sparked my interest in the AT.
Awesome.
So from there, it was just, you know, it's just been incredible.
So what'd you retire from?
I was in the retail business.
Okay.
Yep, almost 40 years.
All right. And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
56.
56.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Underdog.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Trigger,
it.
thank you.
Okay. We'll get you some more followers. How's that?
There you go.
All right. Here's another guy.
Hi, my name's Wow. I'm on Trail Journals. Monarch and Wow is the name of the website. Come from Australia, an Englishman who has lived most of his professional life in Australia. Did the PCT up to Timberland Lodge with my wife in 2015. So I've come across to the Appalachian Trail, started on February the 20th. Just having the last week or so of major troubles with shin splints, but I'm not clever enough to. I've rested for 2 zeros, but so I've given due respect, but I still haven't got the intelligence to,
yeah,
you know, rest.
Yeah.
because I've got to keep going, because my ambition is, if I can, because I'm on a 6-month visa, if I can finish the AT and go across and finish the PCT, that would be really good.
Yeah.
But that's the long-term goal at the minute.
Right.
One step at a time. I'm a section hiker till I kiss the plaque on top of Qatar.
Okay. All right, it's coming.
Thanks very
Okay,
much. Thanks, Trigger.
Thank you for joining.
I was given the name Magic Mike by my fellow thru hikers. My hometown, St. Augustine, Florida. Just retired from grocery retail last June, and my good friend Underdog, who did half of the trail last year, I followed him, and I was so excited watching his videos and knowing that he was going to come back and do the other half. I talked to him, and he said, what the heck, I'll go ahead and start all over. And so we started on February 6th, and here we are, mile 669.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
All's good. It's been a wonderful experience. I've met some really, really super people along the trail and in the small towns that we've been through, and I'm just looking forward to the rest of it.
All right.
Body's feeling good, you know,
Yeah.
just those little, you know, putting in the longer miles, long miles for me,
Yeah.
being from Florida and a flatlander.
Right.
This is, you know, this is totally different.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm tired every day.
Right.
But as far as the body's feeling pretty good. When I get up in the morning, I'm feeling pretty good. A good
All right.
night's rest, and I'm feeling okay.
Magic Mike has my same exact tent. I just have the green one, and he's got the orange one. So
Yeah, this
That's
is
pretty
a
cool.
super tent.
yeah, I've been very happy with mine.
Yeah, I would much rather be in this than be in the shelter.
In fact,
For
mine,
sure.
mine was all wet from yesterday, and when the sun popped up a few miles back, I just set it up, threw the fly out, and it dried. And quickly.
Dries in no
Yeah.
time.
I just bumped into another hiker here,
Hello.
and I just want him to introduce himself and tell us a little bit of himself.
I've been going by co-op out here. I started on February 23rd down at Springer. Just took a week off in Harrisburg not by plan, but putting in a long day today. Excited to kind of get back on the trail, of course.
And what's a long day today?
Oh, 33 is what it's going to be.
Holy guacamole.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired and pretty hungry. So there's that. But yeah, it's been awesome being out here for sure.
Cool. And what brought you out here anyway?
Well, I decided to do it last year, and the reasons that I would have given you then versus the ones I gave you a month before I left, totally different.
Yeah.
A year ago, I think I decided because I felt like I needed to go on some adventure to like find myself and all that kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then I just kind of grew as a person throughout that year, especially grew a lot closer to my partner. And at the end of that, it just kind of became, well, I've already planned everything. Just got to hit the trail.
Yeah, cool.
And as I've been going, I keep going because I think I can make it.
Yeah. And after you finish the trail, something related to your few days off there in Harrisburg, what are you going to do then?
Well, if it works out and I get this job, then I will move out to Salt Lake City and start teaching music.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Thanks, Co-op. I appreciate you joining me here, and all the best on your hike.